everyone, LadyLazyPup here, and welcome back to another speed build. I don't know about you, but I am actually super excited for the newest expansion pack coming out, Sims 4 for Rent, and I really just want to build as many multifamily homes as possible at this point. So expect a lot of that in the coming weeks. But this one is going to be a multi-family, multi-generational home. There are 2 units in this house, and my thoughts, what I was actually envisioning for this was on the one side we had like an elderly person, either by themselves or with another person. I kind of envisioned a single elderly person on the one side, and then on the other side it is a parent or parents and their child. And these families though are actually connected, so we have like the grandparent on the one side and then their son or daughter and grandkid on the other. And I liked the idea of this because I've always wanted to do this with my families when I play Legacies or if I play any type of like family gameplay, because I want to have the family nearby, but I don't really want them a part of the home just in case like I have other animals or we have like a lot of family. I don't really want to control that sim anymore, but I want them to be close so that we can, interact with them and have them around. And I really love this idea of having a multi-generational house where they are right there and attached, and it's kind of like they can watch over or like take care of their elderly parent. But they don't have to have them in like a home or something like that, and they're super far away. The style of this home is very traditional. I kind of went with the look of Willow Creek, and I put it on Potter's Splay, which is like one of the empty lots within Willow Creek as well. Actually, it's funny because I used to use this one all the time as my starter home or like starter lot for all of my Sims, so it works out in that way. I only used 4 packs, plus the base game for this build as well, which would be Seasons, Cats and Dogs, Strangerville, and Parenthood. I didn't want to go too crazy with the amount of packs that I used, but I think these actually went pretty well together, and I really like the final result of this home too. I can definitely see myself playing in it and having like my families use this so that they can stay connected and close by. Now the layout, what I did here was I had 2 sides to the home. The left side is smaller. The left side has 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and then the right side is the larger side with 2 bedroom, 1 bath. So altogether it's technically like a 3 bedroom, 2 bath house with a connector door in between. But when the pack comes out, what I would do I would actually mark these as 2 units that can be, used separately for the families that would live here. So we're hopping into the right side of the home now, which is the 2 bedroom, 1 bath side. And I'm trying to mark out where I want the kitchen to go and see how everything is going to fit. I did make these kind of smaller units so it doesn't have like a separate dining space or anything like that. But there is enough space for everything within both units where it's going to have like a kitchen, a living, and a bedroom space, as well as a bathroom of its own, so they don't have to share anything like that. They each are completely their own separate units. But I am marking out where everything goes. I wanted to make sure everything would fit, because I kept making it smaller as I was doing the outside lines, because I was like, it just looks gigantic. I didn't want it to be huge. I wanted it to be somewhat more condensed and like put together. And I did end up changing the windows from the Strangerville ones into the season ones. I really do like these season windows and doors. I think they're really pretty, so I tend to use them quite often. But I thought they worked better for this house in this manner, at least, than the Strangerville ones. To make the kitchen a fairly decent size, I did make there be an entrance to the right side of the home, where it was kind of like a little entryway, and then that's closed off to the kitchen spot. And then this is where I really wanted to use like a bit more fun cabinets from the Parenthood pack and get like some color in there and just make it a little bit more, I don't know, fun, I guess. So I was really trying to use these couches too. And oh man, the swatches on these couches. I forgot how crazy colorful they are, but I didn't want it to be that crazy colorful. So I did tone it down just a little bit with the ones that I chose. And this is where I was kind of like, I have no idea how I want this layout to be. I'd struggled slightly. I figured we'd have just like that eat-in kitchen kind of vibe with just like, here's the table, but the giant table felt kind of in the way and it all felt really crammed and squished together. So I ended up going with a smaller table and kind of pushing it to the side with like the couch almost up against it, which worked to me pretty well. And then, yes, as you can see, why does the love seat not match the 3-seater? I don't understand that. Like, none of the swatches match, and it was driving me crazy. So I had to go with a gray. And then I think I even got rid of that. I don't remember now. But I have a completely different a chair in the corner, and I think that one was from Cats and Dogs. And then they were able to fit a TV and everything there too, which I felt like was like a normal, like nice little space for them. It feels cozy. And I do like my blues, so it worked out really well in my favor. Back in the kitchen here, obviously we're going to want to have some storage, so we have the upper cabinets put in. And then on this left side, I always want to do like the side cabinets, but they don't match up with the side counter because they're always like over, like they overhang it. They always look way too big. So instead I went with an open shelf on this left side with that middle shelf built into the stove hood. And I think it actually came out pretty good, and I really clutter it up and I make it look usable, and I put like their, cookbooks on there and all like the little things like that. And I tried to add like a really nice amount of clutter, not too crazy, but I did want this to feel kind of warm and cozy and lived in. So of course we have like the bread box and all the books and like all the spices and the open cookie jar, and I really like using those because I don't know, for me that always makes it feel a little bit more, I don't know, lived in and cozy. And I definitely did make sure I left one counter open so that they can still cook, but we did clutter up the rest of them to have a space just for niceties that they would enjoy in their own home. And of course, I had to have the smocks on the side because, I mean, they're either going to cook together or maybe they bring over their elderly parent and they all cook together. I don't know. I just kind of liked the idea of having the cute little smocks on the wall there just to make it feel a little bit cozier. Oh, and then the walls. I feel like, so I did actually go with the Parenthood walls as well. And the tiled walls behind the cupboards I thought was like perfect because it felt like it actually brought it all together. And then we went with the ones with the paneling on the bottom, and I wanted to make sure like the colors would match. So I actually found the right swatch there for it to match around. But we made that kind of like cohesive in the front room and everything too. So in the front room, then all we have is just kind of like a place for coats, a nice little spot to sit and put your shoes on, and then like a place to throw the keys down when you walk into the front door. Nice and simple, nothing too crazy. But a realistic front space, I would say. Then we head into the first bedroom, which is like the main bedroom in the front, where I wanted to be a little colorful because I looked at those curtains and I was like, oh, I really want to use these curtains. And so I went with like the green that matched the leaves there. And then I was like, what in the world bed am I going to use? And then I found this one and I liked this. I liked how it kind of looks. It's very plain, but it matches with like the rest of the stuff in the room. It kind of just feels like, yes, we went a little subtler on the bed and then went a little brighter with the walls and the embellishments. So I used a lot of the season stuff in here, as you can see. And then just wanted some clutter on their shelf. So now in the kids' room, I loved this wallpaper. I thought it was so cute with the little hearts and everything. So I went with a really girly girl. In my head, that's what I was going for. And I absolutely adore this fox lamp. And it was so perfect because it has the little like polka dots on it. So it matches the wallpaper. And then I struggled to find a bed. I don't know what it is, but I keep struggling to find beds that I want to use. But again, this one was really nice because it has like the curtains with that same shade of pink. But we ended up going with a white cover again. And I was like, what am I doing? What is this? Like everything else is really fancy. And then they have like the plainest like duvet cover. in the world, but it's like, all right, that's fine. But I liked how cutesy this room ended up coming out. We have the little polka dotted rug and like all the cute little stuffed animals and stuff on the desk. I gave them a fish. I don't know. I kind of liked the idea that they'd have a fish. In my head too, maybe she really wants to get a cat, so that's why she has the giant cat stuffy and all of that stuff too. But oh, and then I was like, I had to use the cute watermelon book bag and lunchbox. So adorable. So now we head on over to the other unit, which is going to be the elderly unit, I guess I will now start calling it. And on this side, I did want it to look older. You know, I kind of wanted it to feel more like an elderly kind of space, which I don't know what that really means, but, you know, the cabinets kind of have that little bit of an older vibe with, like, the coloring and everything. And then the couch and the chairs and stuff I wanted to use just felt more like they would be in your grandmother's home type of deal with, like, the patterns and everything. Had to have a china cabinet with all of the dishware and everything in it. And then I just really felt like this cute, like, lemon tree, orange tree, citrus tree, whatever it is, I thought was a really nice touch. I actually, fun fact, I myself have a lemon tree. It's actually in my office now because it's too cold for it to be outside. But we ended up getting lemons off of it, and it just made me absolutely so happy. We had like, oh, I think it was like 6 or 7 lemons, and we're gonna be making like lemon bars with them. I don't know. Fun fact, I thought it was, I really enjoy my little lemon tree. So they also have a nice little front space to walk in, so I just kind of put a chair and a space for coats and shoes. And then we had a little bit darker of walls, I guess, because it has like the stripes and the paneling, but it's brighter because it has like that creamy color and like the mint green and everything too. And I thought these chairs actually fit the vibe really well because of the high back and the arms and even like the little cushions on it, and everything was like really matched well in this space. I did kind of go a little less crazy with the stripes on the couch and the chair. I don't know if you noticed that, but a little more subtle, a little less crazy, stripey. Yeah. Then in the bedroom, I did push the bed into the corner, and I have like just this little corner spot for the windows. And we went with the high paneling in this room. So I kind of went with more like the cats and dog stuff in this side of the unit. And I love this bed with the really cute cover. So we don't have a boring white cover on this side. We just have a really cute quilted one instead, which makes me super happy. I struggled on this part to find, you know, a wood that matched the bed, though. And it was driving me a little crazy because I just keep going, why? Why in the same pack do the woods not match? But, you know, it's fine. It's cool. I still love you game, but oh my god, with the woods not matching. And a nice little simple bedroom. And I really wanted to put in this corner like a nice chair. And I was like, oh my god, I should have put this chair out in the living room. But to me, it fit better in the bedroom. And I love it because it has the knit blanket on the top and everything. And then I was like, oh, this would be so perfect to make them like a knitter and have like the little knitting basket and stuff. But I was like, no, not too many packs. We're going to have less, as we were saying before. And then I just wanted a nice plain rug for this area too, because the bed was so like loud and vibrant. I thought it would make more sense to have that be more subtle. And I don't know, apparently this person really loves yellow flowers. So, that, you know, that's canon now. That is canon. Moving now on to the outdoor space, I had 2 different walkways up to the house. I was debating on having them connect, but I kind of like that they're separate. And then I just wanted this to be super full with like the bushes and the flowers and nothing too nuts, but I was using a ton of different flower types and like shoving them together to make it nice and full and colorful. And I used, of course, you have to use rocks. If when in doubt, I'm telling you, when in doubt and you're building something, you're like, something is missing, I don't know what it is. It's probably a rock. Put a rock there and you're gonna be like, you know what? That fixed the space, I'm telling you. Put a couple of trees out front as well, just to make it fit into the area and in the environment. And then I decided, I was like, you know what? We need a back door to get to the back space because there is kind of a yard out back. So I gave the larger unit a door from the living room out back. That's when I actually deleted that couch too, I think. I was just like, you know what, screw it. We don't need it. But out here, I wanted something for the kids, so we put in a cute swing set, and then we also put in a little gardening space, which in my head was like the elderly person like had their little garden that they like to have, and they watch the grandkids swinging while they do their gardening or sit in the bench here. And I don't know, it just felt really kind of cozy and nice that way. So adding just a little bit of a path. And then I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I put in some like bushes and stuff in the back just to kind of add all of those things around the side just to keep it all together. But that's it. That's the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you do use it, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Would love to know what kind of family you decided to put in here instead. If you decide to go, hey, I'm upgrading this, I'm gonna renovate it and make it something different, like, show me it. I would love to see it. Make sure you tag me in it. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me some comments down below. What other kind of multifamily homes do you want to see me make? Let me know. Keep gaming, keep crafting, and stay lazy. See you guys next time.